quickly interject by talking about Karu.
Yes.
Now, 60% of Abuja, the borderline was excavated or taken out of Nasarawa state. I know my brothers in Kogi, Niger, and so on also contributed to the creation of Abuja, but one of the biggest problems that people that live around the Karu axis, that's beginning from Nyanya all the way to Masaka and so on, is the traffic gridlock. Now, when His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Esule took over as governor of Nasarawa State, one of the first things that we did was to create what we call the Karu Megabus Terminal. I think this entire country, it is the fourth largest megabus terminal. It takes 19,000 vehicles. Between Nyanya all the way to Masaka, there were 37 motor parks spread everywhere, scattered haphazardly. And that had to be so that it can reduce the traffic gridlock and also enhance even security. Now, recently, the National Population Commission decided as preparation for them to do this population census that they're about to do, they did some sort of trials. And they selected 6 zones out of each of the sub-regions. And Karu was the one selected. Now, they said what they did was they realized they had to sort of commit over, they had 10, but they committed 5% of their resources only to Karu compared to every other local government that was taken out of the other 5 sub-regions, the southeast, the northeast, the northwest, and so on and so forth, because of the population of Karu. Now, the population and what the country has been using to allocate resources is the 2006 population. And it allocates to Nasarawa State 1.9 million or so. That's basically, in Karu alone, you have over 3 million people.
Very true.
I mean, it's incredible. So that when we finally have the real statistics, so if you take the entire economy or the resources of Nasarawa State and commit to Karu alone, what you might visibly see would be a little dent, but we haven't given up. 2 things that we've done. There's a Nasarawa Technology Village, which we modeled after Silicon Valley in the United States, is in Karu. The President Bola Tinubu's, we have the Peninsula Estate, and the biggest is we have 13,000 hectares of land right across from Mitama. If you move into Mpapi and you break the hill, that is Nasarawa State. And from that axis upwards, what this governor has done, Engineer Sule, is to pay compensation for the state to acquire 13,000 hectares of land. For those who don't know the size, it is 10 times the size of Gwarimpa. It is larger than the city of Paris. It's larger than the city of Geneva. That's what we have, and we're building an industrial city right across the road from Mitama. And that is another industrial city that Nasarawa State is building. So you have better quality of life.
Does it have a timeline?
Well, yes, it does. The thing, it was started, and that's about talking about continuum now. It was the state, the location was actually identified by the previous governor, Umaru Tanko Almakura, but he didn't pay compensation. This one came with best global practices, and he paid compensation and acquired it. For you to build an entire city that has hospitals, that has, better living quality, the way you would think of Maryland to Washington, D.C., walk across from Mitama, and you're in Nasarawa State. You have beautiful estates, you have universities, you have medical outfits, and so on and so forth. You require billions and billions of
But
money.
some people also say that the IGRO, like Claire tried to quote, that a huge chunk of it comes from that particular local government. So the population should not actually be a challenge, but it's an advantage to Nasarawa State.
It is an advantage, but it's a double-edged sword. Most people that work in Abuja live, condense, congregate in the Karu axis. Their tax or whatever is taken in Abuja.
Okay, but anyways, that's a conversation for another day.
Yes, I think, sorry,